Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I bring you another map tour. This is Ray County, Missouri by No Creek Farms for FS25. I will have timestamps in here so that you can either watch the whole video or skip around to different parts of it. But first, while you guys look at this absolutely beautiful looking map, I am going to read the description on his Itch page, which will also be linked in the description of this video. He says, please read through the entire description as many questions that you have can be answered below. Ray County, Missouri is a standard-sized FS25 map that is representative of its real-life location. Listed below are features of the map. Utilizes real elevation data with accurate road, farm, railroad, and field placement. Nearly all buildings in the map are custom-made for the project. Multi-angle terrain, alfalfa, NH3, starter fertilizer, 2 UAN fertilizers, corn stalk and soybean straw bales, propane, dry corn, custom soil map to use with precision farming that turns each field into yield zones. Areas of each field will yield better or worse depending on factors such as slope, proximity to trees, ditches, etc. Seasonal items for both farmhouses as well as weather effects on the paved roads. All farm buildings and decorative items can be sold. Custom weather and adjusted lighting. Custom corn, soybean, and alfalfa textures. Custom train and rail cars. Custom cattle pasture does not produce slurry or manure. Custom calf weaning pen does produce manure if you place the custom manure heap placeable. Refer to the image for proper placement, which I will throw that image in editing right here if I remember to. Custom pig enclosure with animated feeder lids. Custom co-op buildings accurately based off of a cooperative in tool. Must purchase farmland 50 to have access to co-op features, which are animated moisture probe on the scales, ability to purchase bulk seed totes or individual seed bags, ability to purchase bulk liquid fertilizer, herbicide, or totes, ability to purchase individual bags of mineral feed, animated catwalk for bulk liquid fill, ability to purchase dry fertilizer in bulk or large bags, ability to dry corn, store grain, sell grain outright or sell grain by rail, livestock market with building based off of one in Unionville, Missouri, can also purchase propane, NH3, starter fertilizer, UAN fertilizers, and fuel. Please refer to all infograms for information on functionality and triggers, which I will try and put those infograms in. But like I said, I will also have this itch page linked in the description of this video. Custom pig feed that gives you flexibility on what you use for feed. Animated water in crossings, seasonal static deer, turkey, and hunting blinds that may appear at any time. For more accurate land prices, or far more accurate land prices, commodity prices, yields, and usages, set your economic difficulty to hard for the most realistic numbers. I would like to thank all those who tested the map, gave feedback, and ultimately made it what it is. And on that, I am just going to skip the rest of that. Some of this I'm not really going to read out loud on video here. You can look at the H page yourself. If you want everything to function in the map, you will need the following. LJR modding fence path, which he links all of these. Check out all of his work. He probably puts out more stuff than any other modder. I love LJR modding. I have a lot of his stuff. This one I'm not sure about. He says if you use precision farming, you'll need Thunder FS precision farming configurator. I haven't really messed with that, but he says you need it. The grinder mixer that comes with the map is custom to the food requirements for pigs on Ray County, and you don't need to download anything for it to work properly on this map. If you would like a grinder mixer to use on standard maps that don't have custom feed, check out Green Acres modding over the next couple weeks. There are no public in-hydrous equipment that works with NH3, but that I know of. If you would like some equipment that will function on the map, either edit some in-hydrous equipment to accept NH3 yourself or check out OS Modding and Mapping's Patreon page. Nothing more to say there. And then he credits all the modders that helped him, and that's it. I will put the infographics here, and we will talk about them in editing. I will voice over some stuff about the infograms right here in editing so that there are better pictures than just my screen. I can get bigger pictures individually. Okay, this voiceover did not work right at all. I will just have some music in the background here. You can pause and take a look at the pictures, or I gave you a decent amount of time to look at them. that will be here. And now, we are going to go in game. Here is your PDA. Yes, you are seeing that right. Every single field is either corn or soybeans. Extra crop of alfalfa. Here is your crop calendar. You have 4 barns, the calf weaning barn, cow barn, hog floor east, and hog floor west. Not bad on contracts, missions, whatever you want to call them. And owned is what you have here, and available. And I will buy up the rest of the map in a little bit and see if there's anything else that needs to be bought with farmland. As far as productions, we will take a closer look at these in a little bit. And then your vehicles, you have the ADCO 8810, the Great Plains Solid Stand 1500, the Hardy Aeon 5200 Delta Force. I almost said Delta Track. The John Deere 3650, the K-branded GA 4731, the K-branded ProLander 7500, the Cavernland Optima RS, the Lizard 125 mix all grinder mixer, the Massey Ferguson MF 1840, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 header, the Pottinger Alpine Hit 4.4H, the Rudolph DK280 RP, and the Samaz XT390, and I missed something up here on the PDA. There is what you start with in New Farmer. And then let's look and see what we have in construction. The John Deere something a shed. Then the 60 by 120 machine shed reversed. Then the 2772 lean shed. That's nice. Then the 40 by 84 hay shed. Holds 800 pieces. And then the 60 by 63 shed. And the small square bell loft auto load 800 pieces. And the 50 by 72 Morton shed. I'm back too far. Silos have the fertilizer silo, a Colombian silo if you like that style of silos, and he has a manure heap, which, okay, let me get to, let's go, I don't want to tag, I want to visit. Just so that we have some land that we actually own. There's your manure heap. And small hopper bottom bin. And then silo extensions. There's nothing. Constructibles, nothing. And you have Note Creek Farm House. That Note Creek Farms farmhouse. And then you have the 70s style farmhouse. That is very cool. And then factories. You have the corn drying silo, the 20 by 80 hay drying silo, it looks like. No, that's not hay drying, that's chaff and grass in the silage. And a grain drying bin, and the propane tank. Nothing in the rest of that. Animals are all base game. All of that is base game as well. Ooh, we have some maybe not. I don't know. Are some of those custom? We will look at those in a little bit. I'm not 100% sure. Couple of them look like I haven't seen them before. I don't think there's 3 dirts in base game. So yeah, we'll go over those in a little bit. And then, alright. You have, this is the field you start with. Which there's nothing in, so you can put whatever you like in there. Here is your starting farm. Oh, this is so good. Note Creek always does an awesome job. I have been a fan of his maps. And then the other area of interest here is over here. Which, this is your co-op. That train right there. Yep. So here is your co-op. So what do we have on here for sell points then? Pretty much the co-op or the train. So, I would like to see a little bit more sell point wise, but you can place your own down. So that's not a huge deal. So, let's go. That's about it. The rest is farmland, which, how are farm prices? 228,000, 98,000, 72,000, 212,000, 338,000, 555,000, 427,000, 165,000. So really, very affordable. Very affordable farmlands. So, we're gonna go back here. We are going to paint down the ground textures, and then I am going to F12 by the whole map, and we are going to check out productions. Animal mud, asphalt, concrete, dirt, dirt dark, medium dirt, dirt gravel. Yeah, these are definitely custom. Some of these are definitely custom textures, which is very awesome Forest Round, Forest Needles, Grass, Grass Dirt, Dry Grass, Gravel, Gravel Small, Mud, Light Mud, Rock, Sand, Cobblestones, Flagstone, and there's that. So, F12, set farmland. You're going to set this all, go to my farm, and there we go. Now, I own the entire map. My farm, you can literally buy the entire map. There's no piece of this map unbought, which as a farm builder, that is very awesome. I love to see that. So now, let's go down here to owned. And I think the only addition is the co-op. So, you have the 20 by 80, which I was right, is a silage, not hay like I originally thought. So this is 2,000 chaff, gives you 2,000 silage, and 2,000 grass gives you 2,000 silage. Cycles per month, 72, cost per month, 120. Then the co-op is pretty much a storage for everything except for corn drying, which is cycles per month, 480. Dang it. Cycles per month, 480, cost per month, 720. 500 corn gives you 500 dried corn. And then the grain drying bins are the same thing. So, at the co-op, you will have more cycles per month, but basically, and you don't need corn. Okay, so, I would say just dry your corn at the co-op. You get faster cycles per month, plus it's corn, a 1-to-1 corn in, dried corn out. But at the corn dryer, it's only 144 cycles per month, cost per month 120, but it's a 500 corn plus 12 propane gives you 500 dried corn. So there's 4 of those on the map, but personally, I'll just use the co-op. And then the MF grain drying bin has the same story. 500 corn, 12 propane gives you 500 dried corn. Cycles per month 144, cost per month 120. And propane tank is just a storage. 100 propane in, it gives you 100 propane out. And that is No Creek. Or that is Ray County, Missouri by No Creek Farms. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you all in the next one. Later.